Brothers and sisters, there are moments when the enemy recognizes that something threatens his order before the person carrying it even understands what Yahuah is going to do through their life. Look at the writings of Abraham 22. Abraham says that on the night he was born, signs appeared in the Shamayim. Nimrod's astrologers interpreted those signs and told the sovereign that this child would eventually overthrow his reign. Writings of Abraham 22:1. Think about that. Abraham hadn't preached anything. He hadn't confronted Nimrod. He hadn't torn down an idol. He hadn't established anything. He had just been born. Yet plans were already being made concerning his destruction. Why? Because according to this writing, they believed his future represented a threat to the kingdom they were trying to preserve. And somebody needs to understand the spiritual lesson in that. Sometimes opposition isn't about what you've already done. It's about what obedience could produce if you keep going. That's why you cannot interpret every battle as evidence that you're going the wrong direction. But we also have to be careful here. Opposition alone does not prove that Yahuah sent you. We still test ourselves. We still examine our fruit. We still measure our walk against his word. We still obey. But when Yahuah has truly called you to something, don't assume difficulty means he has abandoned it. Nimrod's astrologers advised him to obtain the child and kill him so they could frustrate the plans of Yahuah. Writings of Abraham 22:2. Imagine man thinking he can counsel what Yahuah has ordained. Nimrod had authority. He had wealth. He had influence. He could issue commands. But there was something he didn't have: the final say. Proverbs 19:21 reminds us, many are the plans in a man's heart, but the counsel of Yahuah, it stands. Brothers and sisters, mankind can make plans. People can scheme. Doors can close. Circumstances can change. People can decide they don't want you involved. But nobody can reach above Yahuah and rewrite his authority. Man can make a plan. Yahuah still has the final say. Then something happens in Writings of Abraham 22:4. Abraham says the Ruach of Yahuah worked upon his father Terah, making him unwilling to surrender him to Nimrod. That means while one side was planning destruction, Yahuah was already working somewhere they couldn't see. Don't miss that. While you're looking at the threat in front of you, Yahuah may already be moving somewhere outside of your view. You don't know every conversation he's influencing. You don't know every door he's preventing from opening. You don't know everything he has kept from reaching you. Some of Yahuah's protection you will never even know you needed. And verse 5 reveals the purpose behind Abraham's preservation: that I might grow up to serve him, the only wise and true Yahuah, and strive to establish his order in the earth all my days. Writings of Abraham 22:5. There it is. Purpose. He wasn't preserved merely so he could live comfortably. He was preserved to serve. And that's where we need to examine ourselves. We love saying, Yahuah kept me. Yahuah protected me. Yahuah brought me through. But the question is, what are you doing with the life he allowed you to keep? If he brought you out, serve him. If he opened your eyes, walk in truth. If he gave you another opportunity, obey him. If he delivered you from something that should have destroyed you, Don't run back to the very thing he brought you out of. Protection should produce gratitude. Gratitude should produce obedience. And obedience should produce a life that says, Yahuah, whatever days you give me belong to you. Brothers and sisters, maybe we need to stop asking only, why did Yahuah preserve me? And start asking, what did he preserve me for? Because purpose isn't about becoming important. It isn't about building your own kingdom. It isn't about everybody knowing your name. It's about serving the one who gave you breath. Abraham said he was preserved to serve the true Yahuah and strive to establish his order in the earth. Not Nimrod's order, not man's order, not culture's order, Yahuah's order. And that requires courage. Because when the world is walking one direction, obedience may require you to walk another. When culture says compromise, truth says stand. When flesh says quit, belief says endure. When opposition says your purpose is finished, remember, no man gets the final word over what Yahuah has ordained. So if you're still here, don't waste your preservation. Don't waste your awakening. Don't waste another day trying to fit comfortably into a world Yahuah called you to walk differently from. Serve him, obey him, establish his order in your own life first, then keep walking. You weren't preserved merely to exist. You were preserved to serve.